No, we're rolling.
Oh, hello. Oh, hi. Oh, hi.
Where'd we come from?
We'll keep it nice and natural like this. So, Brad, hi. How you doing?
I am tired.
Yeah?
I'm already, this festival thing is I'm not sure, I kind of knew what I was getting into, but I'm not sure if I knew what I was getting into.
It's grueling. It's day 2.
It's day
2.
And
it's previews.
And I got here at 6:30 a.m. yesterday, flying all night and driving 9 hours because we went to a different airport. And yesterday was just running back and forth and seeing how things work. Yeah.
So is this your first time in Edinburgh?
This is, no.
Oh,
not my first time in Edinburgh, but my first time doing the festival.
Right.
And I can only handle 10 days. I can't handle, boy, people who stay here a month.
Tell us a little bit about what you're doing. So what's your show here?
Well, it's Marriage and Mayhem. I like to I do stand-up comedy for a living normally and fly around the world, and I rarely know how to do this kind of thing. I'm just a show up for the show guy. Hey guy, come do a show, here's what it pays, fly to this cruise ship, whatever, and do a show, do this theater. So this whole thing is very foreign to me, where it's all me, getting people to know and come. So I wanted to do it just to see if I could get that together.
So you're doing all your own marketing, all your own...
All my own marketing, all my own, I'm trying the flyering thing. Please God, somebody call me. And
you have the t-shirt.
I did this as a fun joke. I had a guy do a logo for our podcast. Okay. And this is my wife and I. This is a 1990 picture where she looks like Paula Abdul and I have a mullet. We were very attractive people back then.
Yes, it looks like something out of Neighbours. I don't know if you're aware of Neighbours.
Which Neighbours?
The Australian soap opera.
No, I'm the John Belushi, Dan Aykroyd film Neighbours.
It also looks a little like that.
Yeah, so in the 90s.
This is John.
So I've been married 25 years.
Okay.
And been doing stand-up 30. So I thought it's a good time to do this. It's a positive show, but it's also dirty, and it's also, we take questions. And I've got a master's in behavioral science and counseling, so it's got a little bit of that. And of course I screw it all up by making some horrendous joke then. You know, you make a good point, and then you say something terrible, and then people will go, that guy's a jerk.
I'm sure that no one's thinking that. So you've been here a day?
I've been here one day.
How's that worked for you so far?
Whew, let me tell you, because I have walked. I got a bus pass. Hey, for everybody at home, get a bus pass. And that helps me get, because we're north. The Phoenix is pretty far north. See, that's another thing I didn't know about the festival. They said, where do you want to be? They had all these venues. Where do you want to be? And I said, well, and I looked at all the rooms, and I said, well, this one's really cool. It's kitschy, it's kind of nice. But I didn't think about where things are. And this one is literally, I think, in Loch Ness. So if you get to Inverness to see my show, that's great. No, it's pretty far north. And
so it's in Newtown?
I don't know what that means.
Okay.
You know where York Place is?
Yeah.
So you go to York Place, get on a plane, and then you go north of there about another so far, not too far. And then I booked a flat because finding someplace to stay is rough too, especially if you want to bring your family. So I'm spending $72,000. I think that's 11 pounds to rent an entire flat, which is beautiful though. I mean, it's a beautiful flat. I could have stayed for 30 pounds a day on a bed under a dumpster behind a guy's house, but I thought my family wouldn't want that.
Yeah, it's tricky with the family. I think most people coming on their own's first experience the Fringe when they just don't know what they're doing. They end up like saying, "Oh, I'll just sleep on couches," and then regret it.
I'm past sleeping on couches no matter what happens. Yeah, when I was 25, 27, I could have slept on a couch.
Yeah.
Now I'll spend the money, and I'm not going to make money here. There's no way. 30 seats, even if I get, I don't think 100 pounds per person, I would make money.
Don't worry.
Especially with the whole family here. And
no one comes. They come for the experience, and the sales are a bonus. I think on top.
Yeah, I may not even take money. I may even tell people just keep your money. It's okay. Just free, because free doesn't mean anything anymore. Free is just free. It's like everything is kind of a lot of it's kind of free.
I mean, that's been a tradition of Edinburgh for a while. That the kind of pass the bucket. There's no tickets. You pass a bucket at the end, and then this year it's got a little bit. It's got a little bit more technological because people are using. Is it iZettle? Is that the name of the? So there's basically it's a card reader, So you can actually you have a pin, people can swipe their cards.
Yeah, well, people can definitely swipe. Yeah, I didn't sign up for that one. I've got Square, I've got, if I want a Ticket Leap, I've got it if I want to use any of those things. But I'd rather just come, sit down. Here, I want to swipe your card and give you money? Nah, just don't worry about it. Just give to a charity next to it. Go give to somebody homeless on the road or something like that. I just like people coming to the shows. I'm fine money-wise other places and shows. So
is that why you're here? Is that what made you
love this town?
Okay.
The greatest town on the planet Earth. Would spend months here every year if I could. It's just beautiful. My wife, my daughter, this is our last big hurrah before my daughter goes to university. And so just the chance to then do some shows is a great thing, because that's what I do.
You're based in the US most of the time?
Based in the US 99% of the time. We lived in England for 5 months a few years ago, loved it, worked all over the place. That I needed the money. That was great because every gig I worked usually paid cash and a good amount of cash, so we never had to get cash. That's a little tip for everybody. Find a comedy job if you move to another country and then work 30 or 40 gigs and make about £5,000, and then you never have to worry about paying for anything for the rest of the year.
I'm pretty sure if the tax man's watching, I'm pretty sure
I paid taxes on every dollar.
Absolutely.
No, I did. Actually,
every
I did.
penny accounted for, I would imagine.
In the States I did.
Yes.
Because I had a visa, so it's not like I was working off the books. I did not break the law.
That's what we like to encourage.
Here I might be breaking the law, though, because...
Okay.
Well,
what are you selling me?
Why? You ever been to any islands? Why? No matter, I was in Chicago recently, and that's not an island. But why is it, do I look like the guy that wants blow? I don't understand the concept. People are like, hey, anybody want to go see a show? And I walk by, want some blow? Why do you think I want to blow? Do I look like I do blow?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. You don't either. You ever done the blow?
All the time.
Oh, well, okay. I have the meth for me.
Off my tits on it right now.
I'm all about the meth. I'm breaking a tooth off right now.
Yeah, that's getting pretty big. So how do you think you're going to cope with this? Are you going to be doing everything for yourself? Are you going to be treating yourself well?
I've already decided the flyering's not for me.
Okay.
Like handing out. I've got 100, I did a thing where I've got 100 places where there's flyers already, some sort of distribution thing. I've got some posters up around town, and I do a lot of social media. I'll try to hand out the flyer, stand there with it, but I just
it's a skill.
Can't bug people.
Yeah.
Or you get paid to do it and you don't care. I could do it for you. I could do it for him. If you gave me flyers right now, I could go out in the street and go, hey, here's Jamie. Is that your name, Jamie?
No,
I could do it. Here, Bob, what's your name? So anyway,
Jamie.
Jamie. So I could go out and stand there and say, hey, this guy knows got a show. But for some reason, to stand there and bug people to come to my show, even though I want them to show and they're going to like the show. But
I think there's an element, isn't there, of you feel like I'm kind of like to actually give someone a flyer is like, come see me, I'm really good. It's like you're kind of, some people find it hard to sell themselves in that way. That maybe
especially
somebody else
just standing out on the street where no one knows me. If people know me, it's okay. I could do a show. I could walk out in the street right now and say, hey, everybody, let's do this. And I'm going to pull a rope. And I could do that, get a crowd. But to stand there, hey, you, come here, take this, take this.
They're definitely going to think that you're
selling.
selling.
I feel like in Vegas when you're handing out the nude girl ones and stuff like that. And I don't want them. And I don't want people bugging me. So I might be off that.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'll be fine, I guess.
I mean, it's nice.
It's stressful.
Nice you got family with you.
Yeah.
So you'll have a support network.
Yeah. Although they're annoyed because they're like, what are we going to do? I said, well, I can't do anything. You guys have to go do stuff, and I'm just going to be wandering around all day trying to get people to come to this silly show. And I was thinking of just bagging all that and just showing up and see who's there and just doing stuff with them all day. How's that for a plan?
Well, it's a plan. Are you hoping to do some other stuff outside of town while you're here?
Well, not outside of town because I've got this silly show at 6:30 every night.
You got it in. That's that's skillfully done.
Oh,
skillfully done. No, that's okay. It's okay. If people want the details, we'll put the details of Brad's show in the description at the bottom. No, absolutely. It's not a bad thing.
Okay.
You can do
so
that.
I have to do that every night, so I can't go anywhere. Like, they're going to go. They want to go up to Inverness. My daughter, everybody is enthralled with the water that's nothing in it up at Loch Ness. There's better places to go see. and they might go to Glasgow, they might go to, but I am stuck here.
There is nothing to see at Loch Ness apart from a lot of loch.
I know. Water, driving over water.
Yeah.
Can't tell them that.
But maybe that day is the day. Maybe that day's the day. Then she comes, exactly. If you could, how do you feel about the venue? You'd say you like the smaller venues.
I like the smaller venue unless I knew there's going to be a ton of people.
Right.
If there's going to be, like when I work these, especially these cruise ships, there's 900 people, you know it's going to be full, right, like that. But
it's a captive audience on
it's
a
a
cruise
captive
ship.
audience. They come see you, and like the club I was in last week. I was in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Smells like crunch berries all day, because they have a General Mills oatmeal and cereal plant. Just beautiful oatmeal cinnamon in the air. It's beautiful. So I already know they've sold it. So the size of the room is great. But if it's something like this, I want a room that 10 people are going to be happy in.
Yeah.
A bunch of little stools, kind of kitschy looking, and just a mic standing there. So that's what I want for this. And maybe because I don't trust myself. But yeah, a 300 seat room with 4 people in it. that'll hurt you.
Yeah. I don't know how often that happens to people. I think people have a sort of, that's a very big misinterpretation of what you're thinking you're going to sell. I think if you've done a 300, if you're hiring.
Yes, you've really.
I'm in the wrong building.
You've really misjudged your popularity.
You genuinely may have
the Queen's Hall.
I have genuinely moved into the wrong. Yeah, I have to say, when we were applying for places, we're doing a very small theatre show, and we only wanted like 50 seats tops, and we were looking at venues. And we applied to the Pleasance, and you have to state 3 preferences. So we put down the 2 kind of venue. They only had 2 venues that really suited what we wanted. So for the 3rd venue, I put down the convention centre, which is like an 800 seat room, like massive stage, huge thing. Funnily enough, we didn't get it. I'm not sure what I've
Did
done
you get the one
if
you
we
wanted?
had. We didn't.
You didn't?
We didn't.
So now you got a bigger room than you wanted.
No, we're at a different venue.
You're not even here.
We're not here. No. This is for our chat show. The Pleasance very kindly.
Okay. Well, that's very nice.
Offered us a space to
film. So where are you then?
Oh,
we're venue 6. Is that it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We
can talk about your show.
No, we're not going to plug my show. We're deliberately avoiding.
Because I noticed. So, do you find the flyering thing, or you're probably not even doing it? You have other people doing it.
Oh no. I hate the flyering though. We get flyers because you kind of have to, and then we reluctantly sort of hand out like 20 a day or something, but it's just a terrible thing. Some people can do it and some people don't. We hired a flyer last year. We had somebody do.
How'd that work?
Like half an hour before the show, and they were doing it they were flyering for somebody else's show, and they said, "Oh, we could do yours as well." It worked much better because I say, there's only basically in our company, there's me directing and it's a one-woman show, so there's basically 2 of us, and neither of us really want to be doing it. So we'd rather pay somebody, whether we can afford it or not. We'd rather pay somebody to do it.
I need to maybe find. I wonder what do they charge?
£10 an hour.
That's all.
It's pretty standard rate.
All right.
Well,
I need somebody. Find me somebody.
That's minimum rate.
No, that's
there you
fine.
go. If anybody's watching.
Anybody watching? When are they going to see this? I will pay you £10 an hour to flyer, and you got to just give out 50. Is that enough?
It depends how many you have.
I have more than 50.
I think.
Hello, I'm Brad Tassell, and I have a syndrome that many people have. Flyerless love. That means I can't flyer. So if you are a flyerer and you want to flyer my show, which I just can't do, contact me. Contact me now. It pays $10. Wait, £10 an hour. Thank you very much. Brought to you by people who hate flyering.
I think what I tend to do with flyers is I only give somebody a flyer if I kind of genuinely think that there is a chance that they want it.
That's right.
I don't think, because otherwise you may as well just be throwing them into the air.
Exactly.
And they do not like that. The council do not like that. That's fly tipping. Don't do that.
Don't. Well, I want to look at people who may be interested in this show and even ask them if you're interested in this show.
Talk to them, make a connection. Make a physical connection with them, because they're much more likely to come and see your show if they just get on with
But once
you.
they see you, they're already guarded. That's the thing. Is
Yeah.
you're walking by there.
My theory is nobody wants to give out flyers. Nobody wants to receive a flyer.
Thank God
You
we're
know,
doing it.
As a performer, generally, I carry around a bunch of flyers and wear as many lanyards as I possibly can get my hands on, so that somebody clocks me, I know they're probably not going to try and flyer me because they're like, oh, he's flyering
Yeah.
too.
Oh yeah. No, I get.
But I'm not. It's just a disguise. It's a ruse.
God. I know. So that's why I'm here, to learn how to flyer.
Yeah. It's one of the most important skills of the festival.
Oh, well, dang it, because I'm not going to get it.
Well, you've got posters up. You've got plenty of marketing potential.
I do have all that. Yes, potential. I don't think it's going to work.
It's all marketing potential. So have you actually started yet? When
What
do you
mean?
start?
Tonight,
Start tonight.
6:30.
Officially a
I did it
preview
again.
or officially the opening?
Officially the opening. I did all my previews before.
Okay.
But they were all theaters that were sold, so they were full of people that I didn't have to.
So this is material that's been pre-approved as funny.
Yes.
Okay.
Some of it is seat of your pants. One thing we do is I give questions to the crowd, although there won't be a crowd, so I've got questions from other shows with me too, about marriage, about kids, and then we answer those questions.
Okay.
And it starts serious and then is funny, and then some starts funny and then is serious, and those really go well. So that's seat of your pants every night. And then, yeah, everything else is basically set as I've cobbled together all this marriage. There's a little theater to it. It's not just comedy. There's some kind of set pieces. They're a little longer that are really kind of fun, in-depth kind of marriage situations and stuff like that. And then kids and then there's jokes. Matter of fact, I was doing a preview last week, and they all thought it was just going to be some regular stand-up thing. So I kind of stopped in the middle and did like a 5-minute set, just bang, 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 bang. Oh, here it is. Here's comedy. And then I kind of slipped back into the other thing. So I also work with a band in the other shows.
Okay.
I have a band open. I do a couple songs with the band, like some little family marriage song, and then I do the show. So couldn't do that here.
No band.
No band. Unless a band wants to call me and come open the show.
Basically, I mean, I usually like to work with a band just because it sells 5 seats.
Yeah.
They don't play their instruments. I just sit them and it's just
Yeah.
rent a crowd.
Yeah. Oh, you charge the band to be in your show.
It's just nice to have people watching.
It's nice to have the band, but you actually charge the band the ticket price to come supposedly be in the show.
It could work that way, I guess. Yeah.
I'm going to hire an orchestra then, and charge them to be in the show and not pay them at all.
Stand-up comedy with a Royal Philharmonic.
I'm gonna go out and say it's a movie shooting, and I'm gonna get extras. Extras to be in this movie, and then have them come think they're going to be in a movie.
The other way is order a bunch of pizzas from different places.
Yes.
Like they arrive to deliver their pizza, and then you close the doors behind them.
Then I've got pizza delivery
and they're
guys
in.
watching the show. Yes,
Yeah.
and other sorts of food, not just pizza. Do Thai, and then you have a buffet for all the people that are there.
Deliveroo is the biggest source of
That would
ticket
be
sales
expensive. I think they'd
in
make you
Edinburgh.
pay for the food though.
They come on bikes.
They come on bikes and little trolleys. You not take it.
I feel terrible for people on bikes in Edinburgh as well. Like people cycling in Edinburgh. There's the amount of hills in this place. I feel really got sad for the what do you call it? The bikes.
Horses.
Bikes. The old bikes.
The little.
You can get on the
cab
back
bikes.
of them. You can get on the back of them, and they drive you around
Oh,
Edinburgh.
really? Yeah. What are those called?
They cycle you around it.
Rickshaws.
It's a rickshaw.
Although
It's a cycle.
rickshaw is usually a hand
It's a
thing.
cycle rickshaw.
Okay.
And
I've
people
never
driving
seen
around.
those here.
They're around. They'll
Oh.
try and get you at night, particularly.
Hey, you get here. Get on my bike.
Climb in my rickshaw.
Get on my bike. Hey, right. Yeah,
Well-
that was a terrible accent.
I'm delighted to have had you on.
Thank you so much.
We'll put the ticket details in the bottom
Oh, that's sweet.
in the bottom description,
Right here.
and so everyone can see it. And very best of luck for your answer.
You too, and very best of luck with what the thing is you're doing.
Thank you very much.
Not just this, but the show.
Thank you.
And if anybody wants to flyer, $10, I'll do it. $10. They don't say bucks, do they?
No. Well,
They
you could try and pay in dollars.
But bucks doesn't have to be dollars. It's just bucks. Why couldn't a pound be a buck?
Sawbuck.
Sawbuck? I know. What's a sawbuck?
It's where dollar comes from, isn't it? It's where
I know, but-
where buck comes from. What is it?
No, I know,
Sawbuck?
but sawbuck. But what does sawbuck mean?
It's okay. We're gonna have cut.
faded.
Yeah,
Fade away. What does that mean?